Alright, and jumping into the video. For this first project, you could pick one of these plastic planters from Dollar Tree if you prefer the plastic. I'm going to go ahead and get a sturdy one from Hobby Lobby. So I found this really cute glass one. Right here, I've already spray painted it white, but I got it for $2.50. I used black and white paint I already had on hand, and I also used a really thin brush. We're also using E6000 and hot glue. We're also going to need a plant of choice. I got this for $2.50 in the clearance section at Hobby Lobby. Love it. I'm showing you here, I tried cutting up a Dollar Tree thing, so just don't even try this, just to get that straight look that I'm going for. So just buy one that looks straight. They might even sell these at Dollar Tree, these straight up and down jars like these. I'm not sure, I haven't looked yet, but on the back we're gonna get started. I cut a cork in half, and then I'm just gonna use E6000 and hot glue to secure them down, just like this. Once everything is secured down, I'm just testing it, make sure nothing falls off. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and get some white paint and just paint the corks so they match the painted jar. I did not see a point in painting the very bottom since no one's going to see that. Now for the fun part, we're going to take our black paint and our very fine tip pointed brush and just start doing whatever design we desire on our jar. I went with more of a tribal, Aztec feel. The close-up of what I'm doing. And the fun thing about this is your lines don't have to be perfect. Some are thicker, thinner than others. I think that adds a lot more, I guess, detail to the piece to make it look more like it is handmade, like it was made from some other culture or something like that. So I think that really adds to the piece. And to get this to not look like a little kid did it, you're just gonna create like a pattern all the way across, mimicking like, you know, dots, lines. Everything's gonna be like kind of placed right, but everything's gonna be not symmetrical, if that makes sense. For this next project, we're going to pick up one of these square glass jars from Dollar Tree. I also picked up a succulent of my choice. I liked this icy blue color. I also picked up a bag of black sand. These rocks I found outside in my yard, but Dollar Tree also carries these stones right here. After we've opened the black sand, we're going to just pour about maybe half of it inside our little jar here. Once that's at your desired level, then we'll pour in our little pebbles or stones from the Dollar Tree. Then once we're almost to the top, we're going to just push in our succulent. I liked the succulent that had the long stem because I was able to use it with this jar, but I ended up taking it out and trimming it down just a little so that the succulent was closer to the rocks. For this next DIY pot, I got the pack of 2 pots from Dollar Tree. I would say they're about a medium size. They're not the smallest size. And I found these cool like little kids leggings from Goodwill. I got them half off, so like $2. So I'm just going to take one of the legs and basically shove the pot into the leg. After I got the top of it how I want it, I'm going to stretch out the bottom and trim that up. So I'm going to cut it about ½ an inch away from the pot. That way I'm able to glue that excess flap that's hanging underneath. I'm going to glue it to the bottom of the pot. And I just made these little snips around so I was able to fold the little flaps like inwards a little bit better. Just use some hot glue to secure that down. Once it's secured down, this is basically our pot, just has like fabric over it. Now we're gonna fill it with stones of our choice and a succulent or whatever kind of plant of choice. You can even put a real plant in here if you want. I did leave the bottom middle hole open for drainage, so I just glued the fabric around that hole. So here I'm just showing you guys can actually reuse the little bottom section that your succulent comes with by just pushing it down into the pot and then filling the rest with rocks, and you won't even see it. For this next project or planter, if you will, I grabbed one of these flimsy plastic pots. It just has a horizontal lines going across it. I liked the texture of it and I didn't mind the color. It's one of those pots that you don't have to have a bottom for it. It's already like built into it and the water will just sit at the bottom and evaporate eventually, so that's pretty nice. So right now I'm using actually broom handles. I'm about to show you like from a broom from Dollar Tree. Now I'm using this part and I'm using this part and I'm obviously now going to use the handle part. So definitely pick up a few brooms because we're going to be using those in a lot of my DIYs. Anyways, back to the little handle part. I'm just positioning them how I want them. Since I have a few in here, I could use 4, 3, 5, I mean, however you really wanted to do this. I'm going to go with 3, and I'm going to use the top here, which right now I'm showing you guys it's not that even of a surface. So I end up just taking an X-Acto knife and cutting it a little bit just to get that extra little plasticky bump off of it to make that surface a lot more smoother for when I do hot glue it on. So I'm just kind of feeling the tops of them right now to see if they're smooth enough. Once that part is done, I am then going to glue them on. But I also wanted to show you guys, you don't have to use those. You can use corks if you wanted to. And also, Dollar Tree does sell these really cool wooden, like, birch sticks or something. I'm not really sure exactly, but those are really neat, so you could even use like those as well. But I went ahead and used this, and I may or may not go back and spray paint the entire thing so it looks like one solid unit. I'm not sure exactly. Now the moment of truth, if it stands, and it does. So I actually don't mind this piece. I just wish the legs were a little shorter, so if I were to redo this, I probably would cut them down just a little bit because I noticed it could easily be tipped over just because of how long the legs are. Now this project is probably one of my favorites. I'm just showing you guys what I got from the dollar. These really cool textured pots. Could not believe they were only $1. So my inspiration kind of comes from that a little bit. Also, I really wanted like an Aztec or tribal moment on this pot. So I got this pot from Hobby Lobby, I think, in the clearance section for maybe like 40 cents or something like that. That was a couple months back. So yeah, I'm glad I checked the clearance for when I do shop because I find deals like this. So anyways, I'm just testing out the brush, exactly which one I want to use. I went with this smaller one, like more of a detailed brush, and I'm just going to paint a design in white on this pot. Here we go. So here's our design so far. We could actually just leave it like this or keep going all the way around. It's totally your discretion. That's what's really fun about making your own. I ended up painting my design just across the top section of the pot. And I wanted to point out I didn't have a specific measurement in mind. So when I got to the other side, I ended up just putting 2 lines, 3 dots, and then 2 lines to kind of just complete that pattern. Can't even tell that all the spacing looks really good, so I'm pretty happy with it. It does look like I just bought this from the store. And I plan on putting foam in here and then putting this succulent, again from the Dollar Tree, in this pot. And I'm going to put it in a macrame plant hanger, so that'll look really nice in my living room. The next planter, I'm using this lime green vase or giant cup. I'm not sure what it is. I got it at Salvation Army. I just really like the design of it. And I'm going to use these corks and cut them in half and just hot glue and use E6000 to secure them on the bottom. And we're going to do 3 teeny legs because that seems to be what is trending online. I really think these planters are cute. After everything's secured, I'm going to paint the entire thing. Or I might leave it lime green. Again, I'm not really sure. I end up leaving it lime green for now. And maybe I'll go back in and paint the corks a different color. I'm not entirely sure. What do you guys think? Sound off down below. Please leave a comment what you think I should do. I do have 2 other lime green planters, cups, whatever you want to call these things. I'm honestly not even sure. But I thought putting this succulent inside of it would look super cute. Again, I got this from Dollar Tree. They got some really good succulents this year. That particular one, though, was very plasticky. It wasn't as rubbery as I would like a succulent to be. So it's not very good quality if you are looking for succulents, but from far away, you can't really tell that it's not a real plant. Okay, moving on. I picked up another one of these pots from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just taking this rope. Again, I got this from Hobby Lobby. I think the rope was like $2, I think. I think it was on sale. I'm not entirely sure. But you could use rope from the Dollar Tree, and you can also use pots from the Dollar Tree. But I thought this idea was really cute of just wrapping the pot with the rope, and I scooted all the rope up towards the top as much as possible, trying to go for that half and half look, because I've been seeing that everywhere, like half colored pot was like black and white or another color with white. So I tried to do this with rope and expose the terracotta. I thought that would be really pretty. Here's the finished look. So this is basically how it would just sit on your table, and you can just add a succulent or you can add a real plant, whatever preference. These next planters, I've been seeing them everywhere, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, I think even Walmart, maybe? I'm not sure, honestly. Maybe it was Target. Well, anyways, they use a faux leather, and it's just like on a straight up and down, but I didn't really have another vase or, jar or glassware of any sort to kind of mimic this, so I ended up just doing this over a candle that I had got on clearance at Five Below, I believe. And I figured this wouldn't hurt to just glue this over the candle. Or would it? Honestly don't know, but I'm doing it anyway. Little rebel you. So here we go. So what I'm using, this faux leather I got off of an old stool I got from a thrift store from a long time ago. And honestly, the leather was kind of rough looking. It needs an upgrade anyway, so I went ahead and just tore that off there. That's what I'm using. You can actually go buy the faux leather from Hobby Lobby, Walmart, anywhere that sells fabric, you can find faux leather. And I actually think Dollar Tree carries little mini pillows that are faux leather, which you could take those apart and use that as well for the project. But I think those are in purple, like different colors. You can always paint it. So I'm just wrapping it around the candle how I want it. I'm going to secure it very tightly with some hot glue. So I just glued the faux leather straight to the outside of the candle. After it was done drying, I cut off any excess on the edge. That way I didn't have it hanging over. Cut it as close as possible to the glass, like the candle. And then, once I was all done, I didn't exactly like the way it looked just sitting there alone. So I then added some of those little wood birch sticks from Dollar Tree. On the bottom, I wanted, again, the 3 little teeny legs. I just think they're adorable. And this actually made the piece look so much better. And here's the finished product. And I'm going to go ahead and light it and show you guys what it looks like up on my TV console. Alright, this really cute hanging planter, I got the idea off of a website I found that sells these, but obviously the price was not affordable. So I found these really cute glasses at Dollar Tree, and I already have the chain on hand, but you can always go to Michael's or Joann Fabrics, get some chain of your choice, or you can even use the big bulky chain from Dollar Tree. They sell it actually on that hanging basket, which I'm going to show you later. Or you could even use rope or twine. Anyways, you're also going to need some wire cutters if you are using chain, just so you can cut the chain. You're also going to need some tape and some E6000 and probably hot glue. I don't think I end up using it in this clip here. Anyway, so once you have 3 chains, I believe hot glue. Yeah, I took hot glue onto the 3 chains at one end of it, and I just wrapped some twine all the way around just to secure the 3 chains together. And if you're using rope or twine or anything like that, again, the same process. We're just wrapping the 3 together. Once that is completed, I then spread the 3 apart evenly across the bottom of the glass jar, and I glued that down. I used this tacky glue. I don't really recommend this glue for this specific project. I think E6000 and hot glue would work a lot better to bond the chain or rope or whatever you're using to the glass jar. And then I simply taped each chain down just to secure it as it dries. And I continued the chain down the side of the glass, making sure that was secure as well. And then I just set these somewhere where they could dry for 24 hours before touching them again. So this I'm showing you right here is a basket from Dollar Tree, and I'm taking this little clip off of it. You could also use a key ring for the very top of this new piece that we made here. It's very simple. I'm just going to string the 3 pieces of chain through the little clip that I just showed you, and we're going to hot glue that to the other side of the chain. So we'll have a little bit of a wiggle room where that clip is, if that makes sense. I'll try to zoom in here so you can see what I'm talking about. Once that part is secured, it should be able to just hang freely, hang it up right there. But I'm going to go ahead and finish it off with a little bit of twine on the top. So all I'm doing is taking a little bit of a twine and hot gluing it around all the pieces of chain that is like up towards the top, underneath that clip. That way it'll give us a nice finished looking product in the end. And you can put whatever you want in here. I end up filling this one up with a few of the smaller rocks and some larger stones, and then I just placed my succulent of choice in it. I thought it turned out really cute. And this cool hanging pot I made a while ago. I don't think I have any footage of me making it, but if you want, I can make footage. Just leave a comment below if you're interested in how. I just basically tied strings together around the lip of the pot after I had spray painted it white, of course. And then I looped everything like around a little key ring I got from Joann Fabrics. I picked up a pack of, they're all different key rings, which I thought was cool. Then I ended up placing 2 of the handles of the brooms on either side and tying twine on either side to make like a triangle moment. So there's 3 hanging from this piece of broom, I guess. And I feel like if you're creative, the results are endless. So this here, I just simply got a Dollar Tree pot inside of a macrame plant hanger that I got from Michael's for $4. It was on sale. And then I used some palm tree leaves I ordered online. This one I just upcycled a can I had on hand, put a succulent and some rocks in it. Super easy. This one here I actually did not make. I got this from Joann's last year on sale, and I could actually make it though if you want me to. This one here I just threw together pretty quickly. I used some Dollar Tree rope and the Dollar Tree little globe things, put the succulents in there and the rocks and sand. It was super easy.